Hi, I'm Chris Hunsker and welcome to this video. This is going out to all of you that I've worked with and I've spent time with, to each of my clients, to really help with how do we deal with all of the massive changes that are going on. Some of you are on furlough, some of you are on halftime, some of you are just struggling to wonder what's going to happen next week and where we're going to go. Changes are coming as fast as they possibly can. When you have rapid change and rapid difficulty coming in, crisis coming in, we tend to lose structure. When your work changes, when your home changes, when your life changes, you lose structure. And structure is what creates habits, and habits create certainty. And so many people are experiencing a massive degree of uncertainty, and beyond that, we're creating more uncertainty because there's no structure in our life. Human beings massively underestimate their need for structure. The purpose of this video is I want to share with you 10 tools and 10 questions to build structure back into your life, put certainty back into your life, and find a way to not just survive the next little while in this crisis, but to thrive in this crisis. If you can apply the tools and ideas that I'm going to share with you today, I can make you 3 promises. 1, your relationships are going to get better. They're going to become deeper, stronger, and more intimate. Number 2, your personal power, your personal character is going to get stronger and deeper, and you're going to become more powerful. And third, you will be able to channel your focus, to control your focus so that your focus becomes stronger and better. So first, let's start with 10 tools. Tool number 1, breathe. Almost every human being under stress, the first thing they do is they stop breathing. Why? Because you're scared. During our day, you're going to find yourself getting stressed and stopping breathing 20, 30, 40 times a day. The first tool is I want you to program into your phone 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 times a day. Whatever you need, program that in, these reminders, and when that hits, I want you to stop and breathe. Breathe in 2, 3, 4 counts. Hold it 4, 5, 6 counts and let it out. And if you don't believe me how powerful this is, those of you that have a watch with a heart monitor on it, check it. If you watch your real-time heart monitor and you do 10 or 15 breaths, you will watch your heartbeat drop 4, 5, 8, 10 beats per minute. It is that powerful and it's that fast. If you think about it, how many people smoke to relax? They smoke to relax, and yet all of the chemicals in a cigarette, nicotine in particular, is an accelerant. It actually speeds you up. Why does smoking relax you? Because you breathe. And all of the tobacco companies make billions of dollars a year because you don't know how to breathe without structure. They provide you structure, it's called a cigarette, and that structure you're willing to pay an incredible amount of money for just to be able to breathe. So, tool number 1, breathe and build it into your day so you have repeated reminders to go through. Tool number 2, hydrate. When we're under stress, our body needs more water. When you get bored, when you're concerned, when your brain starts to fill with cortisol and you get worried and anxious, we tend to go for food as a way to comfort ourselves and make us feel better. Why? It slows down our breathing. It puts food in our stomach. And we have all these positive associations with either French fries, burgers, ice cream, pick what it is. What your body is really saying is it's thirsty. When you find yourself feeling stressed and struggling, reach for water and don't reach for food. Drink 6, 8, 10, 12 ounces of water. It'll give your body what it needs to create the neurochemicals that you need so you can start feeling the positive emotions and not the negative emotions. And keep track of it. Write it down. If you have extra time, remember, build in structure. Make sure that you're drinking water every day. And when you feel stressed, reach for water. Tool number 3, exercise. And I'm not talking about your regular exercise routine and doing P90X for an hour every day. I'm talking about the simple movement that it takes. Think Tabata, not P90X. Schedule at least 3, maybe 4 or 5, depending on how busy you are, especially if you're furloughed and you're not working, then you want to do this 4 or 5 times a day where you do 5 minutes of exercise, 4 minutes of exercise. It could even be 3, but it'd be better 4 times in the day to do 3 minutes than 1 time in the day to do a half an hour. If you have a regular exercise routine that's already there, keep it and go for it. But for the rest of you, you need to move, change your physiology, change your body chemistry, and that's going to shift your focus all by itself. And it's going to give you the energy that you need to go forward. Number 4, practice kindness. Practice forgiveness. And this is critical. You're going to be around a bunch of other stressed out people. Rather than add to their stress, understand everybody is doing the best they can with the resources they have. If they're acting selfish, mean, terrible, wrong, bad, ugly, it's because they're stressed. And you telling them that they're being mean, ugly, and nasty doesn't make it better. If you look at your spouse or significant other and say, man, you're really being kind of gritchy today, they're not going to say, oh my gosh, yeah, come here, let me hug you, I'm sorry. What they need is kindness. What they need is forgiveness. Forgive quickly, love fiercely. That you need to give them that right away. People are doing the best they can with the resources they have. When they're acting poorly, then what you need to do is help them become more resourceful. Help them breathe. Help them hydrate. Help them exercise. Give kindness first. Be the first to forgive. Be the first to do something kind. Respond to people out of who you are and not out of who they are. Respond to people from your character, not their behavior. Number 5. Write down things that you're grateful for. And this is critical. You can't just think of things you're grateful for. You need the act of engaging your body, your mind, your heart, your emotions, all of it. I need you to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Now, some of you can do this once in the morning or once in the evening, and it's great. Some of you, because of the amount of stress you're under, you're going to need to do this 2, 3, 4, 5 times during the day. It is an incredible tool. Use it as often as you need to. Whenever you're drifting off course, you're descending into that abyss of depression and fear and anxiety and everything else. Stop and write it down. But when you write it down, I need you to fully associate to it. You need to really feel what you're grateful for. Because you watch the news and you watch the stock market drop and you fully associate to that negative feeling. You project forward 10 years, you see all the things that are going wrong, you watch your house getting repossessed, and you feel the fullness of that negative. You need to apply those same principles and abilities to feeling your gratitude. You can't just say, I'm grateful for my kids, but like move into it. Feel the gratitude for your kids. Remember all the fun things that you've done with them. Remember how excited you were the day they were born. Remember what the last birthday, the last vacation was like, and step into that emotion and like feel that emotion and bring it to you. Number 6, love. People need love the most when they deserve it the least. This is one of the most critical tools that you can use is lead with love. Give people, when people need forgiveness the most, generally deserve it the least. People that need kindness the most, generally deserve it the least. And people who need love the most, deserve it the least. Love people out of your character and not out of their behavior. Love is the action with which you lead. It's not a response to someone being good to you. Now start stacking these. Can you imagine if you're breathing and you're hydrating and you're exercising 3 or 4 times during the day and you're practicing kindness and forgiveness and you're writing down the things you're grateful for several times a day and you are leading with love. You are loving people because of who you are and not because of what they do. People need most what they deserve the least. Can you imagine if you start stacking these, what your day, your week, your month is going to be like? Now, next, number 7, limit the news. This is absolutely critical. When we get bored, when we're stressed, when there's nothing to do, we get sucked into the news. Watch another one. Let's see another news conference. Let's see something else. You need to be informed. Don't get me wrong. And I don't care whether you're watching TV, listening to podcasts, you're streaming. I don't care how you go through and do it. But this is what you need to do. Limit it. Pick a time. It could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to be, but that's what you need to do. And limit your news time. That's going to go a long way to helping not knock you off track and go through. Now, number 8 follows right on the line of that. You need to put in positive. That no matter how good you're feeling, with all that's coming in at you negative from around the world, you've got to improve your positive. Jim Rohn used to say, read 30 minutes every day. Miss a meal, don't miss your book. Miss a meal, but don't miss putting in positive stuff. If you want to listen to an audiobook, watch a YouTube video, listen to a podcast, read in a book, but you need to basically think of the rule of 3 to 1. The ratio is 3 to 1. If you're going to spend half an hour watching the news, you need to spend 90 minutes putting positive stuff into your brain. You've got to find a way to control your focus when you're not thinking. And that's done by what you put in your brain. When you put in 4, 5, 6 hours of negative news, then that's what's controlling your focus when you're not thinking. And you want to start having what you focus on be positive when you're not thinking. Number 9, build a positive peer group. I don't know who you're quarantined with, but they may not be into this like you are. They may not be as committed to this as you are. They may not to work on yourself. This is the best secret I can share with you. In order for things to get better, you have got to get better. It's not what gets passed in Congress. It's not when they end the quarantine. It's not what happens with your furlough. It's what are you going to do about you? And you need to find a peer group that brings out the best in you and doesn't reflect the worst in you. You might have to find them online. You might have to find them digitally. You might have to text them. Please don't gather in groups more than 10 and get us in trouble. All right? But find a virtual positive peer group that you can attach to and reinforce with. And finally, number 10, and this is the most important tool I can share with you. You've got to practice your craft. You've got to learn new things. When this is over, it's never going to go back to the way it used to be. It is going to be a brave new world. And if you are not prepared for it, it is going to pass you by. And the dogs may bark, but the caravan will move on, and you want to be on that caravan. So if you're a sales consultant, practice closing, practice opening, practice closing, practice demos, practice everything, but work on your craft every day. Work on getting better at WordCraft. Work on getting better at word tracks. Work on being able to communicate better, show up better. Practice in a mirror. Keep your skills sharp so the first day you get back, you are running to find a way to meet those customers, to help those customers, to get those stuff done. You're not going to ease out of the quarantine and ease back into work, but you're ready to rock and roll. So 10 tools. Find a way to apply and use them as we go through. Number 1, breathe. Number 2, hydrate. Number 3, exercise. Number 4, practice kindness and forgiveness. 5, writing down things that you're grateful for every day. 6, love. 7, limit the time on the news, a specific amount of minutes, and do not exceed it. 8, put positive in. Find as many sources as you can, practicing the 3-to-1 ratio. 9, seek a positive peer group that is going to reinforce where you want to go. And 10, learn, practice, and prepare. That whoever is the most prepared, whoever is the most engaged, who is the most ready to go, when we come back, you are going to ride the wave significantly further than anybody else. Now, 10 tools, 10 questions. Think of this in the morning as a way to wake up and get yourself going. Again, you want to fully associate to these feelings. I learned these maybe 30 years ago from Tony Robbins, and I have used them for my whole life as a state changer to start my day every morning. This is my morning ritual, and I'm going to ask you to adopt and use this for a while. First question, what am I happy about in my life right now? What about that makes me happy? And just associate, think, feel in the worst environment. Viktor Frankl said this, that in the Nazi concentration camps, those who lived were those who had hope. What gave them hope was they knew that the one thing that could not be taken from them was their choice of what to focus on. What are you happy about in your life right now? Number 2 question, what am I excited about in my life right now? What makes me excited about that? Why does that make me excited? 3, what am I proud about in my life right now? Maybe it's proud of the way that you exercise. Maybe you're proud of leading with kindness. Maybe you're proud of the way you gave love even when people didn't deserve it. What am I grateful for in my life right now? Fully associating to that. What am I enjoying in my life right now? No matter how bad things are going, there's something that you could be enjoying right now. What are you committed to in your life right now? And associate with that. And then, who do I love and who loves me? And pause on that. Feel that, connect with that, become associated with that, step into that feeling and let it go. Now I was sharing this with one of my clients, this exact list, and she said to me, you know what I want to do? I'm going to go get some of those markers that let you write on glass. I'm going to write it in my shower so that every morning when I take my shower, boom, there it is and I can see it. Write it on your mirror, put it on a piece of paper, but no matter where it is, when you get up in the morning, ask yourself these questions. Now, you're going to face some hard and difficult choices. You're going to face some hard times. And I want to share with you 5 problem-solving questions that over the years has probably made me close to $250,000 in actual revenue in my business from being able to take something that felt unsolvable, there was no way I could get past it, and solve it in a way that was both elegant and useful to me and my clients. Start. Remember, energy follows focus, right? So whatever you focus on, that's where your energy is going to go. The number one way to control your focus is to control your question. So, first question, what's great about this problem? As opposed to all the other things that you could say and all the few words that you could come up with say with them. What's great about this problem? What that presupposes is something's great. Let's attach to it. Let's find it. And it's going to change the chemistry in your brain, change chemistry in your body, and it's going to allow you to think better, more clearly, and faster. Number 2, what's not perfect yet? And this is so important. Do this with a pencil. Don't just loop in your head going back and forth and back and forth. Grab a pencil, write it down. What's great about this problem? Write 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Now, what's not perfect yet? 2, 3, 4, 5 things, whatever's in there. Now here's where it gets powerful. What am I willing to do to make it the way I want? And just start writing down your answers. Question 4 in this list. What am I willing to no longer do in order to make it the way I want? And then perhaps most importantly, how can I enjoy the process while I'm doing what's necessary to make it the way I want? How can I enjoy this process, make it fun, have a good time doing it? There's no sense in suffering when you can have fun. Don't survive when you can thrive. So as you face this situation, which we can't control, I'm going to ask you to 10 tools, 10 questions to really take back control of your life, take back control of your situation, and learn how to thrive in this environment and not just survive. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to talking to all of you soon.